has just completely pissed me off. Say, I've been watching videos on YouTube the past couple of days, you know, just Skyrim bloody related bloody stuff, and YouTube decided to, well, do its traditional thing and send me a video that was ultimately destined to annoy me. So, as YouTube does. So, YouTube decided to just randomly autoplay a video that was just so... Well, the video itself wasn't bad, but the comments that came with it... Well... Yes, well, that's the reason for my rant right now, because, there was this beautiful fanboy on this video that said that Skyrim's Dark Brotherhood is great storytelling. And I want to know what drugs this person is taking, because I fail to see the reasoning for believing this. I really do. I mean, Skyrim is so overrated that it's unfucking real. Now people could turn around and say, that's not true. Yes, it is true, because when you've got a fucking game that people that play it find more enjoyment out of modding it than they do actually playing the vanilla game, you know full well that you've made a poor quality game. Especially when previous titles in your game series were praised without the mods. When your fan base finds more enjoyment out of modding the game than they do playing your own creation, you know you fucked up. When you've got a fan base as big as Elder Scrolls has, you've made a flawed game if the fans like modding it more than they like playing it. And why do people like modding it more than they like playing it? What fucked up Skyrim so badly that people find more enjoyment out of modding the game than they do playing the game? They took away choice. Now people can say, no, that's not true. They didn't take away our choices. Yes, they did. The choices on Skyrim end with character creation and which choice you make during the Civil War questline. Everything else is just rammed down your throat. Everything else is just rammed down your throat. There is no choice with anything else. There is no distinction between a good character and a bad character. On previous titles of the Elder Scrolls series, the Shrines of the Divines, a perfect example. On previous titles of the Elder Scrolls series, there was always a distinction between a good character and a bad character. The only things that were ever restricted were morality-based. So like certain spells, like necromancy spells, you could only obtain them if you joined the dark factions. You wouldn't be able to access them just from joining the Mages Guild. You'd have to join something like the Dark Brotherhood because it was a morality choice. But Skyrim, it's, oh well, just go to your local bloody, you know, go to your local spell shop. They're all there, it doesn't matter. It's not a crime or anything. They took away people's choice. Took away people's fucking choice on Skyrim. And as a result, people find more enjoyment out of modding the game than they enjoy playing the game itself. And that is the only reason it's popular. But when delusional people start turning round and saying that Skyrim's the best thing ever fucking created, no, it's not. Because when you go back to the likes of Morrowind and Oblivion and see just how much they're praised to this day, and then realise people are praising this without mods, you know full fucking well that you're hyping up a flawed, broken, well, low quality game. And why is it broken, low quality shite versus previous titles in the series? It's simple. Quite fucking simple, really. Like I said, they took away your choice and left no distinction to roleplay. Once upon a time on Oblivion. Now, anybody who's played Oblivion will remember, because the quests on Oblivion were so memorable that they stuck with you because they were so full of passion, so full of heart, so full of, I can't wait to play this, play a second playthrough. This is so amazing. Now, the side quests that you discover on your exploration across Cyrodiil, you wouldn't pick up a side quest just by picking up a book. You'd pick up a book and start reading the lore and go, that was awesome. I want to know more. So, for example, the Knights of the Nine. Before the Knights of the Nine DLC was even fucking released, I was fucking off to Coral after reading the book, The Knights of the fucking Nine, just to see if the gauntlets were actually on the fucking floor of the chapel of Coral. Lo and behold, I got to the fucking chapel of Coral, and there they fucking were, enshrined on the floor. I went fucking trotting off to the fucking Skingrad to see if I could find the fucking Priory of the Nine. And lo and behold, I fucking found it, and I was like, oh my god, this is fucking beautiful. I love the architecture of the building. Look at that memorial, it's fucking lush. And then Knights of the Nine came out, and I was already fucking way ahead of the quest line, because I'd already found everything, because I went exploring for it. When you fucking, you know, you'd get a rumor in one of the bloody towns, and, you know, you'd have the townspeople going, oh, well, you know, like in Breville. Oh, well, you know, there's this rumor that there's this ghost that wanders the shoreline of the Nibbin during the hours of between dusk and dawn. And it just wanders along the shoreline and then stops on this hillside and looks out over the Nibbin before it disappears. And then you trot off to this area where they say they keep seeing this ghost. And you do exactly that. You watch this fucking spirit walk along the Nibbin and do everything the rumors say. And the moment it finishes and starts to disappear, the quest unlocks for you to actually go and investigate the fucking ship it was staring at. Oblivion and Morrowind, all the previous titles would encourage you to explore, investigate, and invest in the development of your character. Skyrim is just, oh look, you've read the fucking legend, you know, the Forbidden Legend fucking book. Fuck off, now it's time to go over to Forgunther and just fucking collect this amulet that was so feared by the fucking people of the time that they felt the need to fucking erase the person that wore it from history. Wow, that doesn't fucking actually fucking scream. You shouldn't be fucking pointing a fucking map marker to this fucking quest fucking line without me first fucking putting some investigation into this myself, does it? And you want to fucking try and convince me that this is good storytelling? Is it fuck? This is a shambles. The only fucking thing that most people find enjoyment out of playing Skyrim fucking these days is mods. The only reason it's succeeded in making 3 releases of the game is because of the mods. The only reason people bought the Anniversary Edition was because it let fucking console players access the mods. If they hadn't have let people access the mods, it wouldn't have sold nowhere near as many fucking copies as it did. Because people found the vanilla release of this game so stupid, boring, and restricting that they were screaming for a remake of Morrowind and Oblivion. Now, people could say, oh, they were doing that anyway. No, we weren't. When Skyrim was good, we were screaming for the next title in the series. Not a remake of previous ones. Our battle fucking cry was, give us more, give us more, give us more. Not, please remake these ones because this one's so shit. We only find enjoyment if we mod it. And people can, you know, this kid that's on YouTube fucking praising the Dark Brotherhood fucking questline of Skyrim as being such an amazingly written fucking questline. It is the poorest fucking written questline of the entire series. No Brotherhood questline has been so fucking poorly written that you could literally come up with a number of fucking excuses off the top of your head without even playing the fucker. For example, you start Skyrim with your character. Your character starts the game getting captured for trying to cross the border, despite having not committed a crime serious enough to justify your execution for it. But, you know, the bitch captain tries to get you executed anyway. So you haven't actually committed a fucking crime to justify being executed. But because you were trying to cross the border, you're getting fucking executed anyway, because this bitch is a complete bitch. But security is so fucking tight on the border of Skyrim due to the Civil War that, you know, some random schmuck, aka your character, gets captured trying to cross the border. And you're fucking telling me that Cicero is gonna make it into Skyrim with that much fucking security, carrying a fucking coffin? Really? No one's gonna stop him to go, oh, you crazy bastard, why the fuck are you carrying a coffin on your back? No, that one fucking thing, that one thing alone screams plot hole. And that's not including the, oh well look, you know, it's been only what? A couple of fucking months since, you know, the Dark Brotherhood in Cyrodiil was wiped fucking out, causing Cicero to flee to fucking Skyrim with the Night Mother. You know, it hasn't been that fucking long since Cyrodiil fucking, you know, since fucking the Dark Brotherhood in Cyrodiil ceased to exist. Clearly fucking someone is on a mission to fucking eradicate the Dark Brotherhood once and for all. And you're telling me that they're not gonna fucking find out about a big fuck off black door in the bloody cliffside of Dawnstar? You know, the people fucking found out fucking about the Valkyrie Sanctuary, and at least that was fucking hidden fucking amongst bloody trees and bloody shit. That the only reason you'd even know it was there for your average Joe was if you actively went looking for it. But you know, the attack on the fucking sanctuary and fucking whatnot happens anyway. So you're telling me that they can find this one that's relatively well hidden, but aren't gonna know about that big fuck off massive door in Dawnstar's fucking cliff face, really? And you're telling me that someone that's on a fucking mission, to destroy the fucking Dark Brotherhood, who's succeeded in wiping out the Dark Brotherhood's fucking presence all across Tamriel, to the point where Astrid's tiny little motley fucking crew that doesn't even follow the tenants is all that's left of the once terrifying, you know, Assassin's Guild. And you're fucking telling fucking me that these people also wouldn't pay attention to the fact of, oh look, you know, once upon a fucking time, the Dark Brotherhood would recruit members by, you would have to actually murder someone, and then they would, well, visit you when you were in a secluded area, not kidnap you and draw attention to themselves by going, wasn't the Dragonborn staying there? You know, he rented a room in my fucking inn last night and then disappeared. You know, and then you got the whole, well, these people are fucking, are on a mission to wipe out the Dark Brotherhood. So let's fucking center the beginning of the quest line around a fucking obvious quest that everybody in Skyrim knows about. Oh look, yeah, there's this kid in Windhelm that's fucking trying to contact the Dark Brotherhood. And you're telling me that someone that's hunting the Dark Brotherhood wouldn't also know this? But somehow, you know, you can succeed in murdering Grella on fucking behalf of this fucking kid, Aventus fucking Aretino. You know, you can murder the fucking Grella on behalf of this fucking kid, and no one even bats an eyelid. So these guys that are on a mission, that have been on a fucking mission to destroy every sanctuary of the Dark fucking Brotherhood, and they've completely missed that you've just assassinated fucking Grella after everybody knows that Aventus fucking wants you to do it. Then you got the whole fucking bullshit of, well, the listener is dead, so the Night Mother can't actually fucking, you know, tell you you've got a contract. You're gonna have to rely on fucking, you know, word of mouth. Because the Brotherhood has lost that much favor with people that, well, nobody even thinks they even fucking exist anymore. Okay, so we got a fucking organization on the bones of their fucking ass, dependent on word of mouth alone. And this isn't gonna fucking, aside from the fact that this isn't apparently gonna draw the attention of the people that are trying to fucking, you know, wipe them out once and for all. Apparently, you know, all these people that once upon a fucking time would do the Black Sacrament, the Night Mother would inform the listener, then the listener would fucking, you know, dish out the fucking contracts that need to be done all across their fucking realm. And you're telling me with the amount of contracts that used to come flowing into the Dark Brotherhood, wouldn't make people go, well, isn't Assassin supposed to turn up now that I've done the Black Sacrament and start, you know, taking my contract? You know, where the fuck's the Dark Brotherhood? With so fucking many fucking people fucking having fucking performed the Dark Sacrament in the past to get the attention of the Dark fucking Brotherhood. With them going ignored due to a lack of a listener, you would think people would start thinking, well, clearly they've been destroyed, because, you know, I'm not getting any response. They must be a myth. You're telling me that this stream of fucking quests that the Brotherhood gets after you become listener is gonna happen? And you're telling fucking me that it's a sane plot line to go, a band of, you know, psychopaths on the bones of their fucking ass with no resources that have just barely managed to fucking escape the destruction of their sanctuary, with only actually 3 members surviving the purge. Is gonna have the resources to succeed in assassinating the Emperor after having been discovered for attempting to assassinate the Emperor. And this questline makes sense. You're trying to fucking tell fucking me that this questline makes sense. Does it fuck make sense? It would have made more sense to center the rebuilding of the Brotherhood around assassinating Ulfric. Because at the end of the fucking day, it's like, you've lost every single sanctuary all across the fucking entire of the Empire. In Daggerfall, in Cyrodiil, everywhere. The Brotherhood is almost gone. And you're telling fucking me that fucking, tiny fucking little motley crew like Astrid could succeed in assassinating the Emperor. Without there being consequences of, well, if we tried to assassinate you and our sanctuary got almost wiped out, we succeeded in assassinating you, yet nobody's fucking come to burn Dawnstar. Some fucking how they've just gone, oh, well, it's only the fucking Emperor, fuck it, we'll just leave them rebuild, it's fine. It would have made more fucking sense to assassinate Ulfric, because that would have fucking given them a doorway to expand back into their empires and reclaim their sanctuaries. But apparently, fucking this is epic storytelling. It's not epic storytelling, it is the most flawed, ridiculous fucking questline of the entire Elder Scrolls series, and fucking whoever wrote it was clearly on hallucinogenic drugs. Because this is a fucking delusion. And the reason fucking Skyrim is so popular is because of the mods, like I said. Because every single fucking quest in Skyrim is rammed down your fucking throat. Rammed down your throat. You cannot do anything without being forced to do these quests. You can't read the lore. You can't do anything without a quest being rammed down your throat that you're forced to do, or your journal fucking gets filled fucking up with shite you don't want to do. So people find more enjoyment out of modding the fucking game and ignoring the quests. Not bothering with anything, just putting in a fucking mod and doing whatever the fuck they want. And you're telling me that that is better than people going, oh my fucking god, Oblivion and Morrowind, my fucking god, the quest, the story, everything about it is just so epic that can you please remaster it? I mean, the storyline of the fucking Brotherhood especially is so epically fucking broken that it makes more sense to make the Destroy the Dark Brotherhood quest canon. Why? Because, as I said, fucking, there's no way Cicero would have even made it out of fucking Cyrodiil without being fucking noticed. Carrying a big fuck-off coffin. Let alone made it into Skyrim during a fucking civil war. Without being noticed and detained. It's like, well, Destroy the Dark Brotherhood would have made more sense, and then had fucking, making that canon, and then having Cicero die en route by whoever was hunting the Dark Brotherhood. Making that fucking canon, and then in a later game having you discover the Night Mother's coffin and becoming the listener to rebuild the Brotherhood. That would have made more sense. That would make more sense rather than trying to expand on this travesty of a quest line. You know, and aside from them trying to ram every quest in the game down your throat every five bloody minutes, it's like, the companions! I mean, for God's sake. You know, it's like, why, like? If you don't want to be a werewolf, you don't want to join the companions. But they try to force you to join the companions. Because one of the laws they broke of the Elder Scrolls series is the Master Trainers. And this is what I mean about them trying to force you to do every quest in the game, with no distinction between good and bad characters, removing the role-playing aspect without mods. Because the Master Trainers, once upon a time in the Elder Scrolls series, would be neutral characters, allowing both good and bad characters to have access to them. You would reach a certain level, so you'd get up to like level 75 in a skill, and then the expert trainers would go, well, there's nothing more I can teach you, you're gonna have to seek out the master. This person lives in isolation, you're gonna have to go and find them out, but last I heard they were in this location. And then you would have to go and look for them. But both the good and bad characters would have access to them. Not in Skyrim. If you want to get trained in heavy armor past level 75, you have to join the companions. Or the Dawn Guard. You want to get trained in archery, you have to join the companions. You want to get trained in light armor, you have to join the Dark Brotherhood. Not until Skyrim did they make the Master Trainers faction-related, forcing you to have to do everything or sacrifice access to the trainers. All the while making the things that were morality-related in previous titles, like necromancy, it wasn't available to buy in your average spell shop. You would have to join a faction related to it, like the Dark Brotherhood. Not in Skyrim, you could just go to your local shop. You know? And the morality choices would always have a consequence. As I was about to say earlier before I went off track, the Shrines of the Divines, perfect example. If you played a bad character and you had more infamy than fame on previous titles, you would not be able to get any diseases cured by going to the shrine. You would have to redeem yourself first. Go out, earn some fucking fame, make your bloody positive reputation, you know, be more well-known than your negative reputation, and then the Divines would forgive you. They'd heal your diseases, allow you to heal your character. Bob's your uncle, you've redeemed yourself. Nope, not on Skyrim. The Shrines of the Divines are just there to lick your backside every 5 minutes, regardless of whether you agree with them or not. You know, I mean, you're talking about a world that's got a big fuck-off massive statue of a dragon right in the center of their fucking empire's capital to remind them of history, and you're telling fucking me that the divines have just suddenly gone, okay, my slave master, I'll heal your vampirism for you. It doesn't matter that you've broken every fucking one of my tenants. Now there's this big fuck-off magic statue of a dragon to remind you that the divines are fucking real. And you're telling me that that fucking big fuck-off reminder means that they're now your bitch? And you can be the biggest cunt in the fucking universe and still be entitled to their blessings? Skyrim is the most poorly thought out game in the entire series. So badly thought out that the only reason it's popular is because of the mods. And the fact that there's fanboys out there that possess no brain cells to the point where they'd say it's the best storytelling of the entire series makes me scared for the future of it. Because if you are that thick that you can't fucking actually pay attention to how poor the quality of Skyrim is versus Morrowind and Oblivion, then you're gonna swallow any crap that they ram down your throat. And if you're gonna swallow any crap they ram down your throat, then the days of epic Elder Scrolls is long over. I could rant for hours about how broken Skyrim is. But I think I've said enough for the moment, and I'm going to go and, well, chill. So, thank you for listening to my rant. I hope that at the very least, it will encourage you to be a little less tolerant of, well, lazy development, and a little more appreciative of epic gaming. So, thank you again for